Hey everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. My guest has a brand new CD called Albert Leon Payne and Friends, No Doubt. And folks, it's available at i2irecords.com and albertleonpayne.com. And we want to say also a special thank you to our folks at indiaexpress.com. And it's a pleasure to have the man himself with me today to talk about this brand new album, Albert Leon Payne. Albert, how are you tonight?
Hey, how are you, Scott? I'm tickled to be on here with you.
Well, it's an honor to have you. I certainly do appreciate it very much, and what a great album you've got out, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, my first question that I know my listeners are going to want to know is, are you related to Leon Payne?
No, sir. My parents were both entertainers, but I'm not kin to Leon. No, sir.
Okay, well, we got that cleared up then.
Yes.
Well,
He's a great songwriter, though, for sure.
Oh man, no doubt about it. When you've got somebody like George Jones that does a whole album of your songs, that says a lot right there.
Yes.
Well, before we talk about this new album, give me a little bit of your background. And I know you started at a real young age in the music business.
Yes, I did History of Love, King of the Hills, Cindy Lou, those songs back when I was like 9 years old, 10 years old in that era. And I played on the road for I reckon about 30 years, just being an old road dog, just playing all the gigs. And then I quit for a while, several years actually, and then I started playing again and decided to, see if I could still do any good, So anyway, one thing led to another, and then I got the CD out, and I'm playing with good musicians. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it.
Well, that's fabulous. Your new album is called No Doubt, and you've got it billed as Albert Leon Payne and Friends. Tell me about the friends on this project.
Well, it's part of 3 different sessions I did, and I used with Gary Carpenter's on steel guitar, Scott Jenkins is on steel. It's a mixture of really good players from here in North Texas. It's just, they're all top shelf players, and they do a lot of recording with people. Now in the group, I do work with a lot of the guys that's on the record also. Of course, some of the guys play out with other big names and stuff, but we pretty much play together as much as we can. But I have a couple of groups of excellent players that we work with.
Well, hey, that's fabulous, no doubt. Well, I recognize a lot of great songs on here. You've done a wonderful job on some of them, and some I don't recognize. Is there some material on here that you have written?
Yeah, the No Doubt Lost Cruises. I wrote that one. No Doubt, I wrote that one. When Rose Cared for Me. Those 3 are mine. Chuck Cusimano wrote Heaven's on the Other Side of Town and When She Does Me Wrong. And I Wish Someone to Love Me would look at me like that. Those 3 are Chuck Cusimano. He's a friend of mine. He's a really good player and singer. And just a mixture. And then guys I play with a lot, the last 4 on here are cover tunes. And we played those together. There's Change Your Mind, old Gene Watson song. If This Was Texas, The Other Woman, and Farmer's Daughter. Those guys I play with a lot on these, local gigs and stuff I'm doing.
Man, you did a great job on those. Change Your Mind. I was always kind of surprised that was never a monster hit for Gene Watson, and the fans know it. And it's a killer song. You certainly did a great job on it.
I love that song. And Terry Bayless played keys on it and did the intro, and we just went in there and I just said let's give this song a shot. I really like playing it, and Terry came up with the intro real quick like that, and we just went through it, and that's the way it came out.
Well, that's great. And of course, The Other Woman, just a Ray Price shuffle standard. And you recorded my very favorite Merle Haggard song, The Farmer's Daughter. That is my all-time favorite Hag song.
Oh, Merle Haggard, yeah, he's a hero. And I did have an opportunity to open for him many years ago. It was it was just special. I love all his tunes. Sure do.
Amen to that. Well, Chuck Cusimano is a great guy. He's been on my show several times, and we play a lot of his music. And he's, as you mentioned, he's a fantastic songwriter. And the songs you've included that he wrote on here are just fantastic shuffles. They're really right in the pocket, man. Love those.
Oh yeah, he's a wonderful guy. Uh, he's been writing and doing this forever. And I'm just tickled to do his tunes. They just fit me, you know.
Absolutely. So you mentioned you took some time off from the business. What was the main reason that you got going again in the business?
Well, actually, I started driving trucks and stuff. I'd been on the road most of my life, playing and stuff, and I finally just kind of got burned out on doing it, and I started driving trucks and just doing that kind of life, you know. And then I just kept calling me back, and as several years have went by, and I just said, well, I want to see if I can. I sold my truck actually, and I said, well, I think I'm just going to see if I can still play. And I booked a weekend job and called some really good players up that wanted to play that night, and I said, okay, let's go do this. And it worked out real good, and then I kind of got the bug again.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, the song that you wrote, "When Rose Cared for Me," is one of my favorites on this project. It's a fabulous song. Tell me a little bit about that song.
I just used to play in Fort Worth a lot, and I don't know. That's one I just wrote real simple. It just came to me about hanging out with band players and having a beer or two and missing a woman. It's just one of those type songs that just kind of poured out. I thought that was an easy one. I just kind of enjoyed doing it. And the No Doubt song, I don't write a lot of songs, but No Doubt I just kind of sit down one night, and that I think I did that one in 30 minutes.
Wow.
It's like the favorite one I've written.
Wow, that's great. That's really cool. Well, folks, we're talking to Albert Leon Payne. The new album is called No Doubt, and it is available at i2irecords.com. And you can also go to Albert's official website. That's albertleonpayne.com, and read more about his career and find out where he's going to be playing. And we're going to put that information on our Facebook page for My Kind of Country as well. And Albert, as you getting this album out there, what are your plans for tour dates and that sort of thing?
Well, we're just working on stuff, trying to get things lined out. But we're going to start spreading out a little bit farther. We've been playing mostly local around here, but we're fixing to start to do more now that I have the CD out, and it looks promising to show and run into you sometimes, though, in person.
Man, that would be great. Absolutely. Well, I tip my hat to you for doing real country music. There are a lot of great artists out there, and I think the pendulum has kind of swung back to more of the traditional country stuff, don't you?
I love it. Yes, it's coming back that way, and it can't get here too soon for me. I love the Ray Price, Merle Haggard stuff. I mean, traditional country music is where it's at as far as I'm concerned.
Amen to that. Well, it certainly shows with the selection of songs that you've got on this fabulous album, and I hope folks will get a chance and pick up a copy of this. And it's just great music, and of course we're going to play some of these songs for you tonight. And tell me a little bit about some of your, I know, of course, you mentioned Haggard and Ray Price. Some of your maybe songwriting influences.
I wrote a song for, it never came out, but I wrote a song for Johnny Paycheck called One More Repossession because, but it was going to be a single, and then, things happened. But, I think of a person, like when I wrote No Doubt, I was thinking that'd be a song that Willie could do. I don't know. I don't have any. Sometimes a song will just pop in my head. I'm no great songwriter like Chuck Cusimano. Sometimes a song will just pop in my brain,
Yeah, absolutely. Chuck is a great writer. I'm always amazed when he sends me a CD. It's just chock full of just stone cold country music,
I don't know how many albums I have here from Chuck. I bet I have a half a dozen or more. And he wrote everything on them.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. And every time I go to play one of his songs on my shows, it's I got to go through a long list. So, where are you from originally?
I was born actually in a motel. That's kind of crazy. My parents were traveling, and they were playing up in Craig, Colorado, and what was it called? Millie's White Horse Saloon or something. I was born in a motel up there, and but I was kind of raised, I played music all over the West, but I was kind of raised between Texas and Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, in this area, pretty much with my dad, you know. I traveled with him and for a lot of years when I was a little kid because he was handling me, and I started doing TV, and then I ended up in California doing a lot of those type things in my early years. And then I got into a Nevada thing where I did all those casinos where you play up behind the bar and then the little showrooms, and played, I think, every town in Nevada once.
Well, I guess being born in a motel, you definitely had it in your blood to be traveling, man. You were a truck driver, and you're traveling on the road doing music, so I guess there you go.
Yeah, I guess I put a lot of miles on this old body between trucks, and I guess I actually traveled more as a musician, though, because of all the years I've done it. But, yeah, I was born up in Craig, Colorado, and I've been living in Weatherford, Texas since early 80. Just moved here and never did leave.
Well, it's a great place to be, especially for real country music, no doubt about that.
Oh, there's a lot of good country, great players in this area.
Oh,
yes,
man.
It's chock full of good players.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we are going to play some songs from this great album. It's called No Doubt, Albert Leon Payne and Friends. Folks, please visit i2irecords.com and albertleonpayne.com. And, Albert, I want to thank you so much for taking time to be on My Kind of Country, and we're going to be spinning a whole lot of your music on my shows.
Thank you, and I'm honored to be able to visit with you, and just thank you a lot. Appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you too, man, and keep me posted, and we'd love to have you back on anytime.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that is Albert Leon Payne. Here's some great music from his album, No Doubt, as we continue with My Kind of Country.
She waits for me with open arms and glad to see me smile. She cares for me and always asks if I can stay a while. She don't know all the hell I go through. We share a love profound. Heaven's on the other side of town. Heaven's on the other side of town. There lives my special angel, who never lets me down. She's always glad to see me when I come around. Heaven's on the other side of town. I can only see her once a week. She's always on my mind. We know how fast the hours go, so we don't waste no time. Daddy, would you have some tea with me? I pretend to drink it down. Heaven's on the other side of town. Heaven's on the other side of town. There special angel who never lets me down. She's always glad to see me when I